gozando. Vas moviendo la cintura, sube la temperatura. Yo te regalo mi universo, ya no lo pienses más. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Déjame decirte, mami, una cosita. Yo te doy lo que tú necesitas. Solo quiero que tú seas mía. Quiero hacértelo. La luna yo te bajaré. Mi corazón te lo daré. Conmigo vas a enloquecer. Yo quiero estar contigo. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Oye, él no te quiere, no sabe cuidarte. Oye, yo tengo un mundo para darte. Yo solo quiero cuidarte. Oye, mueve la cintura. Oye, que seas mía toda la vida. Solo eso quiero.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is Speedy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. We bring moments of your life, and I am Benjamin Kuji. The fixtures for the 2025-2026 season is out, and I think that is what we'll be discussing today. But before then, let's bring you up to speed with the latest news around you and around the world. Congo Brazzaville will participate in the 2024 African Nations Championship CHAN after the CAF Appeal Committee overturned their early disqualification and dismissed the protest filed by Equatorial Guinea. Just few weeks before the tournament kicked off in August 2nd, the appeal committee ruled in favor of Congo, reinstating their qualification. The Congolese Football Federation, FECOFOOT, had appealed the initial decision by the CAF disciplinary committee, which disqualified the Red Devils A team over alleged regulatory violations. Equatorial Guinea had lodged a protest after losing to Congo in the playoff round. The first leg was played 0-0. The second, Congo won 2-1, claiming Congo fielded an ineligible player, Joseph Macau, and used invalid players' licenses. The disciplinary body initially upheld the protest, handing Congo to forfeit the match and a $10,000 fine. However, the appeal committee has now reversed this ruling, declaring Congo appeal successful and restoring the original match result. Consequently, Congo is officially qualified for the tournament, while Equatorial Guinea has been disqualified. This reversal raises fresh concerns about the consistency and effectiveness of the CAF's disciplinary procedures. Congo will now join Group D at CHAN 2024, where they will play champion Senegal as well as Sudan and Nigeria in Group D. The Confederation of African Football, CAF, has launched a new financial support initiative, CAF Impact, aimed at strengthening the financial capabilities of its members association, including the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF. In a statement released by CAF, the new program was unveiled as a strategic move to enhance transparency, accountability, and effective fund utilization across members' associations and zonal unions. CAF Impact will provide each federation with a budget of up to $1.6 million, a 60% increase compared to the previous funding cycle. In addition, the performance-based bonus of up to $500,000 $100,000 will be available upon specific conditions. The initiative will be governed by a set of strict regulations, including independent audit to monitor spending and ensure compliance. And back to our topic of discussion. The Premier League has released the full list of the fixtures for the 2025-2026 season, with some exciting matchup to kick off the campaign. One of the biggest games in the opening weekend will see Manchester United play at home against Arsenal on Sunday, August 17th. Manchester United will be looking to bounce back after a poor season where they finished 15th. Arsenal, who have finished second for 3 seasons in a row, are hoping this is finally the year where they will win titles. Champions Liverpool will begin their title defense at home to Bournemouth on Friday, August 15. On Saturday, Manchester City will travel to Wolves, while Chelsea welcome Crystal Palace at the Bridge on Sunday. Now, looking at all of these fixtures, would you say that the start of these fixtures, that's the start of the league, will determine who will win the league? That is the question today. The league depends on how good you start the league. There are situations where some clubs start poorly, and at the end of the day, they win the league. But this league, do you see it that if you start very well, you're going to definitely win the league? But if you start poorly, it means it's over for you. Is that how you see it? That you can call us on our studio line. Call us on 0808 427 5464. 0808 427 5464. And you can also be a part of the show when you send your comments to our Facebook handle. That is Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. And when you comment there, I'll read your message here, your comments here live. And do well to like our page and follow us. We will really appreciate that. Okay, back to our topic of discussion. The new league actually will officially kick off on Friday, August 15th. And one of the important matches that we will be seeing that is Arsenal going to play Manchester United. Manchester United, you know how they finished last season. It wasn't that good for them. Manchester United, apart from the season that they were relegated, I think this is one of their worst seasons ever. They finished 15th, and surprisingly, a lot of people were thinking that they were going to sack their coach because they also lost the Europa League final. A lot of people think or thought that they were going to sack their coach, but they stood with Ruben Amorim, and now the season is beginning. What do you expect of Manchester United? What do you see Manchester United doing this season? Because if you look at the market, I think they've been very, very busy in the market, trying to build up their squad to that standard, and therefore they will have a test against no other person, no other club but the Gunners. Do you see Manchester United starting strong? Do you see Manchester United actually this season be a season for them to come back to what we know Manchester United? If you talk of trophies in England, in Europe, definitely you talk of Manchester United. But since Sir Alex Ferguson left Manchester United, things have never been the same for them. So, do you think that Manchester United is going to start very, very good this season? And also, while we are talking about Manchester United, we're also talking about Arsenal. Arsenal, for the past 3 seasons, Arsenal have been running. Should I say be running, or they have been playing second fiddle? They've always been playing second fiddle. For the past 3 seasons, Arsenal have not won the Premiership. For a long time now, they've not won the Premiership, but for the past 3 seasons now, they've not been able to hold their hand on that title. If this season Arsenal are able to do that, I think this will be one of their best season ever. And Arteta, people are going to say Arteta will be one of the greatest coaches that have ever coached Arsenal. So, do you see them starting very, very well? Or do you think that any club that starts very well this season, that is how they're going to go throughout the league? But if you start poor, you may find it very, very difficult. If you look at what Man City is also doing, Man City are rebuilding their team. Pep Guardiola is doing everything. He knows those places that are giving him problems. He's trying to release, to buy those players there. Those that are old, those that are aged, like Kevin De Bruyne, they are letting them go and replacing those that need to be replaced. So, what is your take on this? You can call our studio line. Call us on 0808 427 5464. 0808 427 5464. That's our studio line. Call us and let's have your take on this. Now, the season will open on Friday 15, like I earlier said. On that day, it's going to be Bournemouth against Liverpool. The Bournemouth will be going to Liverpool. And let's talk a little bit about Liverpool. Liverpool, they lost one of their key defenders, Alexander Arnold, to Real Madrid, and they are also doing some replacement. Liverpool will be hoping to strengthen their club, their team, and possibly win the league back to back. Do you see Slot doing this? Then that same day we will have Aston Villa taking on Newcastle United. Now, Newcastle United is one club that have surprised everybody, coming from where we know Newcastle used to be. But since the Arabs took over Newcastle United, I used to tell people that Newcastle United is no longer a small club. They can stand shoulder to shoulder with the likes of Manchester City when it comes to money. The owners are Arabs, and when when you talk about Arabs bringing money to the table, they can do that. And apart from the financial fair play that is restricting them, Newcastle United can do what they need to do. They are not. People are thinking that they will allow their key striker Isak to leave, and Isak is still there with them. So, do you think that Newcastle United, they are in contention this season too? So call us. Let's have your take on this. Call us on 0808 427 5464. 0808 427 5464. Let us have your take on this. Let us hear what you have to say about the new Premiership season. And we are still expecting the Nigerian League. While we'll talk about this, we'll also talk about our league. We're expecting the fixture for the Nigerian League to be out very soon. When it comes out, we're also going to discuss that. So, on that same day, we have Brighton taking on Fulham, Nottingham Forest against Brentford, Sunderland against West Ham United, and Tottenham against Burnley. There's also Wolves versus Manchester City. Those are the match for match day 1. And I am asking you, for your club, you can tell me about your club. Do you think that if they start on a strong note, does it mean that they are definitely going to carry a league, or you rather prefer they start and build up the momentum? Is that what you think should be done for your club? Call us. Call our studio lines on 0808 427 5464. I'll take the number again, 0808 427 5464. And you can also comment on our Facebook handle, that is Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi, and I will be here to read your comments live. That same day, Wolves will be taking Manchester City, while on the 17th, Chelsea will be playing host to Crystal Palace. Chelsea are currently in the Club World Cup, and when you look at the Club World Cup, Chelsea have not done bad, but there's still a lot of argument that the Club World Cup is not heated up already. We've not separated the big boys from the small boys, and we have a caller. Hello.
A very good evening to you, sir.
Good evening.
MC Oliver Nyikia, better known as Busy Brand, the king of sports in Abenga here in Alede.
Okay, you can go on.
Yes, let me be so pathetic. Because in the Premier League, the release of the fixtures.
Yes.
Normally, how it happened in England back in the days. The champion always begin by winning. So if you want to be a champion, you will begin your match with a victory. So if you start well, you will still end well. So I see Chelsea winning the league. They will beat Crystal Palace in the Stamford Bridge. And at the end, we will still win the league.
Wow.
I see that match between Manchester United and Arsenal.
Yes, I want you to talk about that. That is the star match.
Yes, so it's going to be a draw match. So the champion, they do not start with draw or losing. So the way they will be starting with a draw, it shows that they will not win the league. So they will either end in second or third position spot.
You mean Manchester United or Arsenal?
I'm talking about Arsenal currently. That is their position. They end second. So they will start with a draw and they will still end second. It shows that they are not ready to win. Why Manchester United will be playing so that they will also be in the top 4 to play in the Champions League.
Busy brain.
So that is how the Premier League will end.
All right, thank you very much, Busy Brain.
Welcome.
Busy Brain is saying that the winners of the league. We have another caller. Hello.
Hello, Benny Kuji.
Yes, you're welcome to the show. What's your name?
Yes, this is the head of state.
Okay, head of state. Hit me up.
Yes. I want to correct the line you are given. Please, the studio line is 0903. Look at that line now.
Okay.
Yes, there's a mix-up in the line you are calling out.
Okay, go on.
Yes, for me, I want to tell the whole world that the starting of the Premier League is not the end of it. Because teams like Manchester City who are refilling their team, looking at Liverpool now, we know very well to break the defense of the Liverpool is another difficult team to handle. So, but now in the absence of Arnold, maybe Liverpool will look round to get a defender that will add to Van Dijk and then straighten the defense team. So Manchester United are going to start well, struggling, and then Arsenal will start, but we know where Arsenal normally drop. So the way I'm seeing the Arsenal team now is a team that maybe if care is not taken, miracle will happen in the England. So, and then to do away with City in the race is another thing not to talk about. So the starting of the Premier League is not the end. The team may start well, but other teams will still fight back and then regain their positions.
So you think?
Yes.
You think what club do you support?
You know I wear red now.
Okay, so you think even if Manchester United doesn't start well, it won't bother you?
No, Manchester United are going to start well. You can go back to 2019 when Manchester United were starting with Chelsea. In 2018, they played better, and then starting with Chelsea, they defeated Chelsea with much goals. But you can see the end of the league, it wasn't the way people were expecting. So when Manchester United are starting with big teams, they give you the result. The performances will be something to talk about, but when the league goes a little bit far, you will not see them giving you what you need. But this time, maybe if they put in the striking line and then they strengthen their defense, or I will say, thank God that Lindelof is not going to be present in the team. So they should break. They should fix in players that will be key in the defense. And then midfield is something that Manchester United will not crack. The likes of Fernandes, Kobe Meno, and others, the midfield is well settled. But the defense and the attacking line, the striker is not there.
All right. Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, for corrections, please. We've switched line. Now we are using our line to reach us is 0903 648 5868. I'll take the number again. 0903 648 5868. Let me take it for the third time so that you can do the correction, please. 0903 648 5868. We have a caller. Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Onyilo Communication Nigeria.
Onyilo Communication, you're welcome to the show.
Yes, I'm calling from London, sir.
Okay, go on.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, you can go on.
Yes. You are talking about who will start well from the beginning of the EPL, right?
Yes, and if you start well, are you going to win the league?
No, it doesn't matter how you start because Arsenal always start well, but at the end of the day, they always fall.
So it's better not. You prefer your club not to start well. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's good to start well, but the problem is that when you start well, you have to maintain the tempo and the intensity of your game. Because as you are playing and progressing to the next matches, each match day, every team is improving. So it is very important to gather your point from the beginning. Very, very important. But towards the end, again, you still have to maintain same strength you use in starting the league.
Okay.
But you discover that most of the clubs in the beginning they will be doing very well, but as time goes on, maybe 15 matches or 10 matches to go, they'll start fumbling. So and even Liverpool self, they are also a victim of that. But at least recently now they are trying. But Arsenal always they are escorts. They are just escorters. They will escort people till at the end of the day. Another people will carry. They will say we go again next season because their slogan is we go again next season.
All right, thank you very much for calling.
All right, thank you very much.
I want to hear from an Arsenal fan. Arsenal fan, they say your slogan is to escort people. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Jack. I'm calling from North Bank.
Hit us up.
My text is, you see, people are talking about Manchester United. I'm a Manchester United fan.
Okay.
And the way I look at it, people are looking down on Manchester United. You see, Manchester United, as you see, giant of England. And so, you see, they are not in the European competition. And if you look at it from the past season, you will discover that injury about some of the players last season.
Yes.
So this season they don't have a European competition where they will be struggling. They will focus on that Premier League, and no matter how the squad is, they will struggle. And I think the top or even in the top four, they will remain there. Thanks.
But you don't see your darling Manchester United winning the league, do you?
Sure. I think they will win.
Okay.
They will win the league.
And it's the opening match against Arsenal. What do you think?
I think Manchester United is going to win them.
Okay. let's wait and see.
All right.
All right. Thank you for that one. Manchester United are going to win that one, so he says. Let's see if we can just get one call and then we'll go to the next segment. Like I said earlier, I had a mix-up. I'm sorry about that. Our studio line for today is 0903 648 5868. I'll take it again. 0903 648 5868. So you can call us and let's have your say on this. If I could just get just one call and then I'll move to the next segment. If I just don't have it, then we'll take. Okay, we have a caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. What's your name and why are you calling us? Please, a quick one.
Yeah, this is Ephraim calling from Api.
Okay, go on.
I'm an Arsenal fan.
Okay. Good.
Are talking about Arsenal. I would say there are people that are just started watching football recently.
Yes.
The time Arsenal was doing, they were tagged invisible. It was still in England.
And nobody has been able to break that record.
Yes, and we were there. So normally teams have ups and downs. And the philosophy in Arsenal is such that we don't spend as other clubs do. But I'm telling you, the Arsenal team is a team to beat this coming season.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. So have you solved your strikers problem? Do you think that problem has been solved?
The striker problem will be solved.
Okay.
You know, that is the main thing we really need to tackle now.
Okay.
And it will be solved very well.
All right.
Very soon.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
We finally got through on an Arsenal fan, and Arsenal fan finally called. So that is where we will end that segment. Let me just take the fixtures for today's match. Ulsan HD were beaten by Mamelodi Sundown. At least an African club has won one match. Now I think my mind is finally down. I can breathe a sigh of relief. Montreal played a 1-1 draw with International. Man City, when I came into the studio, they were still playing 2-0 against Wydad Casablanca. Later today, there's going to be Real Madrid versus Al Hilal and Pachuca versus FC Salzburg. Tomorrow, Palmeiras versus Al Ali, Inter Miami versus FC Porto, Seattle Sounders FC versus Atletico Madrid, and Ain versus Juventus. I think those are the matches for tomorrow. So this is all the time we have for today. I'll see you tomorrow on Speedy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makodi. My name is Benjamin Kuji saying God bless your heart. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
This is Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
Oh yeah.